Alright guys, this is our inspection. This is Casey, our inspector.
How you doing?
He's going to take us through all the items that he found one by one. Alright, where are we going to start, Casey?
Alright, well, let's see, I'm just going to say the first thing is going to be inside your electrical panel, and there's two breakers that are 30 amp breakers that have wiring for a 20 amp breaker. So the breaker amperage is exceeding the size of the wire.
What are those going to?
You can't tell with the old panel, and none's really labeled.
Okay, so there's these 30 amp breakers.
That need to be switched out to 20 amp breakers.
Okay, and that's pretty inexpensive. Those are just replacements.
That's a relatively inexpensive fix, yeah.
Okay.
You just don't want those wires to overheat because those 30 amp breakers are going to create more heat for that size of wire.
Okay.
And that thickness of wire won't hold that heat that breaker will.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Water heater.
By the way, the gas was not turned on for this inspection, so I've called the agent, and he is going to be getting the gas company to do that.
Water heater is missing. There's insulation missing on the supply and the flow pipes to the water heater. That's a minor fix, just a code requirement.
And that's just that black split kind of down the edge.
Okay. Exactly. I just noted that you got some moisture stains on the base of the water heater. This is a 2009 water heater, so this staining is probably from an old water heater, which is why they bought a new one.
Oh yeah, this one's like brand new almost.
Yeah, it's
okay.
09. Here's your laundry area right here, also in the garage. I just noted that you do have some moisture stains on that wall, as well as a patched area there that kind of was not finished very well, but it is the garage, so that's probably why they didn't really care.
I see copper over here. These were made in the 80s, the whole place?
Yeah, copper water lines, ABS drains.
Okay.
Okay. I just noted that there's some patched areas here in the garage slab. Not really sure what that could have gone to or what. They might have had some open cracking that they patched. It's not a very, symmetrical cut. So I just noted that there's some patched areas here.
It looks like they also cut right here.
Like a saw cut.
So they did a saw cut, but then they ended up taking this up. Huh. I wonder what that was.
Perhaps the seller could provide more explanation on that.
Okay.
That's it in the garage. Oh, also, no. The service door to the garage right here, this is the door that goes to the outside. I just noticed it's got a cracked exterior panel there.
Okay.
Okay. Here is a fire door that separates the garage from the living areas.
Right.
A fire door is required to self-close and latch. Obviously, this one does not self-close and latch.
Right.
With the laundry being in the garage and people parking in the garage, it's very common that I see it not self-close and latch, but as long as you understand why it's on the report, it's required to prevent a fire from entering your house for 20 minutes, whether it starts from your gas water heater, your gas dryer, or your car. That's what this door is designed to do. Another thing that is going on with your air conditioner, it's a 1989 model, so it is an older unit, and it is not performing like it's required to. It should be blowing 18 to 22 degrees colder air than it is sucking in, and we're at about a 9 to 12 degree differential. So it's running a little warm. Okay. I would start with a service call. That usually helps, but at the end of the day, it's a 1989 air conditioner outside.
Okay, so it's original equipment.
Well, it's 1989. And
this was built
in 1980, so it's like they replaced it 10 years or something.
Oh, okay. The equipment appears to be in good condition as far as you can see.
Yeah.
So it may be a recharging issue type of thing.
That's the cheapest way, yeah.
Okay, so possibly recharging.
Yeah, get a service call. Might be low on refrigerant. It may need some refrigerant.
Okay. Yeah, because it really hasn't cooled down that much. I will say when we came in today, it was only 91 degrees before I turned on the air conditioning.
Right.
Which is it's still cool in here because my house is not so cool right now, I will say. All right, what's up next?
We're gonna go in the furnace here.
Okay.
This is where your heater is. Okay. You know where I'm going next.
So this is exactly the same one I have.
This is a 1995 heater. The flex gas line, that silver line right there, is not allowed to connect inside the unit. Okay.
So
it has to be a steel pipe inside that unit.
So the connection basically that is here has to be a rigid pipe till it gets outside of the housing, and then it can have this flexible tube once it's outside the housing.
That's the requirement, yes. Okay. And then I noted that there's a hole in the ceiling right here, that the missing drywall, there's a hole in the ceiling.
Okay. Is that their excuse for the high vent versus the low vent? Because isn't this the low vent for the
system? It's a combustion. It used to have a screen.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's open so that you can suck air out of that attic as well as sucking air down low out of this space area.
It's so that the gas fumes don't build up inside the enclosure.
Okay, and where is the filter on this?
It's at the base of the unit. You remove that lower panel right there, and that's where the filter is.
All right, so we're out front now.
We're outside now. I'm just letting you know that this outlet right here on the south side of the house is not a GFCI protected outlet. It's required to be GFCI protected, which is those outlets that have the buttons that trip and reset on them. That's the kind of outlet that needs to be protecting that one. Okay?
And that's probably the original one.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 1978, all exterior outlets should have been GFCI protected.
Okay.
Okay. Here's your water shut-off valve, also on the south side of the house. No problems there. That's just more FYI right there, and that's also in the report.
Okay. And that means that you're just going to take this here.
Yeah, inline is on, horizontal is off.
Okay.
Inline is on, horizontal is off.
Okay.
So here we are on the exterior side of the courtyard wall. I just know you got some open cracking on the stucco right there. It's more than likely going to be association maintained, but I did point it out for you.
Okay.
Also, just as like Mark reiterated, here's the boot for the gas company. That's why I was not able to inspect your gas components.
But this is where your gas meter would be.
Yep,
So
this is on the south side of the garage, right outside the garage. Okay?
Okay. So this is the compressor.
Yeah. And the only thing I noted with this is that this conduit going from the unit to the disconnect box is the wrong kind of conduit. It should be a sealed type rubber conduit. This is a metal conduit that splits and exposes the wire. So when they put a new unit in, or if you ever get a new unit, they should switch this out.
Okay. Alrighty.
We're on the north side of the house now. This is outside the master bedroom. This outlet right here, which is an upper outlet for someone maybe to plug in Christmas lights or something, but this outlet is missing the gray weatherproofing covers.
Okay. Is it GFCI protected?
It doesn't need to be, it's not low enough.
Oh, is that low enough? Oh, I didn't realize there was a height restriction on it. All right, next up is...
Right here, still on the south side of the house. This is right outside the kitchen. Again, this outlet right here is not GFCI protected.
Okay.
Okay?
And that looks like it's original, like
That's
the one out
original
front.
Also still in the backyard here, I call this the west wall on the rear patio. Those 4 outlets right there are missing the weatherproofing cover.
Okay, and that looks like it is daisy chained off of this one
Which
here.
is all GFCI protected. When I tripped that, that's what set everything off inside the house.
Okay, so that one doesn't have the cover, but it is
It's
GFCI.
correct. You only
And that
have
goes
2
to the
outlets that are-
garage, right?
No, that goes to in here, which goes to the kitchen, which reset all the way in the master bathroom.
Oh, okay, that was that
Okay?
whole
The
thing.
garage has its own independent GFI.
Okay.
Okay, we are back in the house now. This is your fireplace. It has a gas line that goes into it. There's a damper that opens and closes for your chimney. Since you have a gas line that goes into your fireplace, that damper that opens and closes is not allowed to close all the way. It's missing a $4 part.
Seriously?
Yep. And it's missing a $4 part that prevents it from closing all the way in case somebody leaves a gas valve on. The fumes can go out of the chimney rather than inundate the living space.
I'm giving Casey a hard time because this is pretty much the case at every place
Every
we've
house.
ever gone into.
Now, this is your east lawn living room, or your TV niche is what I worded it. This upper receptacle, it's dead, it has no power. It was probably at one time wired to a switch on the wall that they've since abandoned, so I did note it. It should be hot.
Okay.
Okay. No, the house is missing a carbon monoxide detector, as well as the smoke detector that is here is older than 10 years old. I do recommend switching it out with a newer style.
Okay.
Okay.
And they're going to need those anyhow in order to get through the smoke and fire, so the selling agent should take care of that. All right, where are we
We're
going
in our
to
east
now?
bedroom.
Okay.
What I noted in the east bedroom is they kind of made a cutout in the ceiling here that I just noticed some moisture stains, and I put an unfinished repair. You know, they just put a little cutout in. There's no attic. I opened that. There's literally about 6 inches before you start touching insulation. It's a flat roof above this area, so that they either did it for a repair or to fish wiring or something.
Okay. On my Avid, I called it an attic access, but it's not much of an attic.
Nobody fit
Oh, okay. Nobody's
We're in
fitting
the
it.
master bathroom now. Okay. The only thing I noted in here is inside these cabinets, underneath both sinks, because there's an outlet ram right here, which they took the power from this outlet on the east wall. Okay. So the wiring is exposed inside the cabinet, and it should be in conduits where you shouldn't see it or touch it.
Okay. And then this GFI. Do you want to describe the GFIs that happen here?
Yeah, a GFI is an outlet that trips and resets. Okay. This GFCI outlet is wired to the same outlet that's on the kitchen countertop. So when somebody trips the kitchen countertop outlet, it's going to have to be reset over here as well. Okay. I would recommend eliminating the ones that have buttons where you don't need them, because they're all wired to that one in the kitchen where you can reset everything there in the kitchen.
And so right now there's one that's GFCI in the kitchen, but then you said I think you said there's three other that are...
There's 3 total in the GFCI, or there's 3 total outlets in the kitchen that are GFCI protected, that are GFCI outlets, and you only need 1.
Okay.
Okay?
And it's the first one on the daisy chain that needs to be done.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And this is like number 4 on the daisy
5.
chain. 5.
This is 5.
And so once you're down the line from the GFCI on the daisy chain, it should just be a regular plug, and that's where the issue
Correct.
is.
If you can have them all reset off of one outlet, since they're all wired in series, instead of daisy chain, it's called wired in series.
Okay. Very high tech. Okay.
Just eliminate all the ones that have resets along the way.
Okay.
Because if they're all wired to one master reset, then there's no reason to have resets along the way, because they don't reset.
And they all fire too at the same time, right?
Correct.
You have to, and to get them all to work, you have to run through and click each one of them.
Correct.
In
order.
in series.
In order. Correct.
All right. Great.
Correct. So what I noted in here is that the toilet fill valve does not work properly. When you flush the toilet, it does not fill up. You have to lift up the lid and you have to mess with the mechanism inside the fill valve in order for the water to begin flowing to fill up the tank. So it's going to need a new set of fill valve assembly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Also, what I noted in the bathroom, and this is just a design with these complexes here, is there is no exhaust fan inside this bathroom.
Yeah,
so it requires you to open your sliding door in order to have ventilation for your sewer gases, which it's not very private considering you're looking outside of the pool. I would recommend installing an exhaust fan.
Which, because you don't have control of the roof, you'd have to get the okay from the HOA,
Yeah.
which is probably not going to happen simply because then it would invalidate the warranty on the roof. So
Yeah.
a little bit of a problem whenever they...
I've seen them install them right here too on the wall, and just have it kind of lift up like a dryer vent, kind of flap out right here on the exterior wall.
I wonder if they'd let you do that. That would be interesting.
I've seen them do that. So I don't know if they got approval, but I've seen them.
Yeah, exactly.
And okay.
All right, so we're in the main bath.
Okay, we're in the south bathroom, or the guest bathroom here. Okay, what I noted here is that you have a cracked sink bowl. Okay, it does hold water. Okay, but it is a cracked bowl.
And that's a keeper, so you guys are really going to have to look into what to do about that. That's like vintage.
And then the faucet handle to the tub shower leaks when it's operating. Okay.
Okay.
So that just means the valve is beginning to wear out. Okay. All right. Finally, here we are in the kitchen, and as earlier with those GFCIs wired in series, this one on the left side of the sink, or the south side of the sink, this is the master right here.
Okay, I'm going to go this way.
So you have, this is the master one right here. You have two on the other side of the sink that, again, do not reset on their own. Okay? You have to reset this one first, and then this one, and then this one,
so this
and
is,
then the hall bathroom, and then the master bathroom.
So this is somebody who just didn't understand GFCIs,
Correct.
and they were like, we need to have them everywhere. Okay.
Correct. So what I would recommend is using these outlets and putting them outside on the outlets that are not GFCI protected with their own gray weatherproofing covers.
Okay.
Recycle
Right.
instead of buying some. Okay, also in the kitchen, what I noted is underneath the kitchen sink, it looks like they used to have a leak at some point in time, because you do have some water damage and you do have some sagging on the cabinet base.
That's a
Everything is dry. Everything is dry. There is no current leak. I did run the dishwasher, ran the sink, garbage disposal, but it does show evidence of past leaking. So I want you to know that that's going on there.
Okay.
Okay.
And dishwasher was working fine.
Everything worked on that. Okay. Lastly, the last thing I have for you guys is the sliding screen door to the kitchen. Has some torn material. It's got holes, it's torn material, it needs to be rescreened.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And that's all I have for you. I will be emailing you the report in a PDF formatted file by tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate it.